Nora, are you there? I'm not at the office now. I'm doing some of my business outsides. Can you take care of the paperwork that I left on my desk? That's right. I didn't have enough time today to deal with it since I had a bunch of meetings. I don't think anyone else in the office is competent enough to be worth asking to finish off my paperwork. Is it okay if I leave the work to you? You should be able to get it done before tonight. That's not gonna happen, unfortunately. I'm already out of the office. And I don't trust anyone else enough to let them put their hands on anything that will have my name on it when turned in. Everyone else was pretty busy with their own stuff as I was leaving the building.
I see. But I also have my hands full at the moment.
I'm sure your manager can wait till you finish my work, right? Just focus on my stuff for now.
Even if I start your work first, where are all the documents and resources that you said was sitting on your desk? I just walked in and there was nothing. Not even in the drawers.
Huh. Oh, I accidentally brought them home with me. Sorry about that.
What should I do now?
Can you at least try and get as far as you can without some of the documents? I'm sure someone of your capabilities can make that happen.
I'm sorry. But I can't really get started with any of the work if I don't have any of the data. There's nothing I can really do now since you have all the resources that I would need with you.
Come on, Nora. You have been working for a long time. You are an expert for that kind of things. I could understand this behavior for someone freshly hired in, but not from you.
I've been here for 4 years, but how does any of that relate to? But how I can start any of this paperwork without any information?
4 years is a long time, Nora. How will you ever make it up the company ladder if you can't find a way to work around missing a few pieces of paper?
This doesn't have anything to do with how long I've been here or wanting to move up in the company. You've created an issue by taking all of the documents home with you. So there's nothing for me to base the paperwork on. Unless you expect me to just pull some random numbers. It's impossible to do anything now. If you would have just left the documents on your desk, when I probably would have been able to finish your work for you. Or better yet, you should have just finished your work in advance.
Excuse me. What are you saying now? You mean I'm in the wrong here?
No, that's not what I mean.
Then that must have just been you getting a little feisty with me. This is part of the job you have to do for this job. You have to start working to support me as well, and there should be no questioning that.
I don't think that's what my job is. How about you look at it this way? Perhaps, you should have done a better job planning out your work schedule where you could have had all your work finished in the first place. Is this? You knew that you were going to have something important coming up, right?
I have other things to deal with besides just sitting behind my desk doing office work all day. And it's not just me who has things that need to be done besides work. There are other people here that could use your help as well when they need to run home. I'm being kind by giving you the chance to do something different with your time. I'd really appreciate you taking the time just to do this for me. Are you just gonna run away from my offer?
Appreciative of what, Owen? I don't get why I should worry about how much you'd appreciate me doing your job. It's not like you're my boss.
Can't believe you're just gonna be so blatantly rude about this. You already know that I have been working longer for this company than you, right? So you should do whatever I ask of. You'd better get to work and stop wasting time before I have to call upper management about this.
I am sorry, but finishing your work today will not happen. It is not my priority to have to care for your lack of responsibility. You should just try to ask someone else in the office. I believe that there is someone here that has time on their hands. Just call around and see who's available. I've said no to you so many times.
Come on, Nora. I'm bringing this job up specifically to you and only you. Shouldn't that make you feel special or something?
Okay, I see. Trying to bring it up to me is more efficient for you.
What?
since you never really bother talking to anyone else in the office. But perhaps you should just deal with not finishing your work on your own. You might be able to do your work from home since you already have all the documents with you.
You think I would just make myself deal with the consequences of this? Just put off whatever you're doing right now and get my work done. I think it's best if you start taking my work as the priority.
No matter how many times you keep asking me something that is impossible to complete will stay impossible. Next time you know something like this is going to happen, please let me know before you leave, then just maybe I'll be okay with getting it done for you. Now, I need to get back to my work.
Are you kidding me? You are gonna hear it from me when I see you. Nora? Nora? Oh, I see you've gotten yourself a pretty good position within the company. You've become in charge of the training of all the new hires, right?
I just got this position because my manager wanted me to take it. I didn't really want to move into this position personally. And I definitely didn't think I was going to be his first choice. Just because I'm in charge of all the new hires doesn't mean that my position in the company is really any different. I'm still seen as the same level of employee as you.
That's why I was saying it with a bit of sarcasm. I just think that now anyone who trains with you will end up acting just as spoiled as you do.
What do you mean?
I mean, you are still a spoiled little brat. Like before you decided to talk back to me instead of getting the work I asked you to finish done. Then you just stopped answering me and left me hanging.
I didn't leave it unfinished. I told you that I wasn't going to be able to do it because you took everything home with you. I also had already had a lot on my plate in terms of my own tasks. And I remember letting you know that as well.
I told you that the work your manager asked you to do had no relation to what I was asking. His project didn't need to be finished until the next day, whereas my work needed to be completed that night. I specifically told you to get it finished before you left. So you shouldn't have talked back to me, especially just to leave the work untouched. This company will be in even more trouble if the new hires are trained to act just as selfishly as you. To make sure you train them to actual adult standards.
Okay. I get it. But I'll say this just in case. I don't have any plans to follow through on what you keep telling me.
Nora, you never know when to shut up. Did they really think you were qualified for that position? I bet if they put someone like me in charge of training, we'd have a bunch more employees that actually knew how to do their job correctly.
Maybe that's the reason that the board decided to choose me. Or how about you go and just ask them why they didn't choose you? And while you're at it, you can tell them all about how much better you would be.
What are you trying to say? You are saying that I can't do my job right.
I didn't say that. This is something that our higher-ups decide, so just leave me alone. You're trying to get any information from me is just driving me up the wall.
You are really starting to piss me off recently. You've been really speaking to me with a terrible attitude. Don't you find that strange? It feels like you're always trying to speak to me like you're my higher-up or something. Always talking back to me.
I don't think it's like that. I don't plan to treat you as though I'm your boss.
I just told you that that is how it feels to me. Didn't you enter this company much later than me? I don't think there should be any reason for you to act like you're my boss.
Well, please excuse my behavior. I never meant to make you feel like that.
This isn't something you can just sweep under the rug with a simple apology or anything. You need to come see me in person and beg for my forgiveness.
What?
Do you expect me to ask you again? I want you to act like you're the one that needs to shine my shoes from now on.
I don't think it's a good idea to start speaking to me like that. If the person in charge of training finds that your kind of talk is appalling and brings it to the higher-ups, then I bet you'll be brought into their office for good talking. Now that is going to be my warning to you.
This is what I'm talking about. This new attitude that you have is not something that I'm very fond of.
I don't think it matters whether you like it or not.
Do you really think I'm just gonna forget about this? What do you think happens when you make someone like me look like a fool? You'd better be prepared for what is coming your way.
Are you threatening me?
Just wait. Hey, Nora. Why you haven't headed home? Is that your busy day?
You are such a.
What? What are you gonna say?
My car tire is flat. And I am waiting for mechanic.
Oh, poor you. How can you get home now? It's 8 p.m. already.
Stop acting, Owen. I know it's you.
What? Why am I involved in your car? Don't be silly, girl.
I have checked the CCTV. I saw you keep wandering around my car in the afternoon break.
Oh, I remembered. I was doing exercise at that time.
You. I have already told my manager about this. So please enjoy the rest of day.
Huh? You think I'm afraid? Do you want to know something else? I used to be a part of a biker gang before I started working here. Everyone in this company knew that when hiring me, so they didn't try to do anything to mess with me. When they would hear about my past, they would just stand there frozen in fear.
You were in a biker gang?
That's right. Have you ever heard of the biker gang Hell's Bells? I was the vice president in our gangs.
Is that so?
Up until now, I was trying to keep that a secret from you. But you were just so goddamn annoying that I couldn't be helped but threaten you with what I could do to you. I might just have to call some of my old boys back to come and mess you up.
Are you committing to attempting a crime, right? You're threatening to assault me?
What else would all this talk be about? This is how you'll pay for talking down to me and pushing my work off. Well, if you really do plan on returning home right now, you should be a bit more cautious as you walk the dark streets this late at night. There are about 200 people ready to do what I ask.
Well, if that's the case, I have nothing better to do than call the police and let them know of this. I'll let them know that I'm feeling threatened and endangered at the moment.
I won't be calling my boys on you just because the police. If you want to call them, then let them come. Before they can even try and stop us, we already have ruined your life.
Well, if that's how it's gonna be, I'll entertain you by taking your word for it.
My boys will be able to pick you out of the crowd so easily just by seeing you call the police on them. They'll get angry for sure, and that'll only make things worse for you.
I guess there's no point in calling the police. But what if I were to call some people that are a lot more hardened than your boys?
What? Can you? I don't think you know anyone that's stronger than my gang.
Owen. Don't think you finished off me already. I'm also at the edge of my limits.
Whatever. Do you think you'll still have a place in this company when you come in next Monday? You'll already be fired then.
I don't think you have the ability to fire me from this company.
All I have to do is say the word, and some nobody like you will get fired easily.
I don't think so. What position do you think you're in? Oh, I know. You are in a position that could be filled by any of the new hires if I allowed. But it seems like you still haven't come to terms with that.
You think that your position is any better in charge of the babies of our company? I could easily take that role right from your shaking hands. There is no need for you. It'd be best if you started looking for a different job at this point. Nora. What the heck is this?
What?
I am at home right now, but there are lots of people outside. What is all of this about? Who are these thugs?
They're from the biker gang instigators, MC. I'm sure you've heard of them, right?
What? What are you saying? MC? Why you can summon them here? They are the most dangerous gang in town. Who are you?
Right. I'll let you know something. I'm the daughter of instigators, MC Sleater.
What? Are you kidding me?
When I told my dad that I was being threatened by a member of Hell's Bells, he was not only surprised, but pissed off. I told him all the details of exactly what you said you'd do to me. And my dad wants to pay a visit to your house. My father is always there to protect me. So I'm assuming he did this just to make sure you wouldn't be a problem for me. I think he said he was coming to give you a present.
What? I don't need any present from him. If you dad question about how I treat you, he should take that up with the company, not me. I just follow the order from the board.
Are you kidding me? The board isn't involved in this. My father would still really like to talk to you in person.
Please, tell your dad not to come anywhere close to me. Stop this.
Look all the problem you've caused.
No, Nora. It's just a joke.
I guess you won't be apologizing to me for that one?
No, I get it. I'm really sorry. Please just tell them go back home now. Just leave me alone.
Why are you getting all frightful? We haven't even done anything to you yet.
What are you planning to do to me? Unfortunately for you, that's a secret.
I also find that you lied about being the vice president of Hell's Bells. It's so funny. 200 guys? You are a bad liar. It's not so difficult for me to find out.
Please, Nora. I'm so sorry. I'll do whatever you want. Really? Of course, Nora. You can keep my word.
I want you to quit. I want you to leave the company and never come back. Don't even think about coming back.
What are you saying? There is no way you can force me to leave.
I'm not asking you if you can leave or not. I'm making you leave.
Wait. Okay. I will file the resignation tomorrow. But you have to promise a thing.
What's that?
You never let your gang search for me or doing anything harm to me.
Okay. As long as you move away out of my sight.
Right. I have put me hand up and everything.
Right. You should remember that. After that, Owen had to left the office and everyone knew reason why he did that. He said he was sorry for all the trouble that he caused. When he saw me, his face turned completely white as he ran out of the building. Thankfully, the office's atmosphere also lightened up a lot after he had gone.
Hey, Kathy, pack your things and get out of here. You're fired.
What? Sorry, why?
I don't have to give you a reason, but I can tell you that you were not valuable. I find it hard to work with you.
I understand. The real reason is because I didn't want to be in a relationship with you, right? I refused to sleep with you.
Please don't spread fake stories. You were fired just because you didn't follow the instructions you were given.
You are nothing but a filthy pervert. Just give me another acceptable reason for this. I have several bills to pay, but I'm short on money now. That's because you cut my salary and withhold it. You did this to me, even though I'm one of the best workers there. I tried to work overtime as much as possible. I increased sales as well. Just look at the money I've brought to your company.
That was your job. You were supposed to do whatever I told you to do.
Did I hurt your feelings because I'm not interested in you? It's not my fault, you know.
You should feel lucky when I asked you to date me. I'm a rich man, and I can give you financial support. You have to do nothing but sleep with me. Many women would love to be where you are right now.
I'm tired of this conversation already.
Think about how I feel.
The next day. Good morning. Is this Anthony's wife, Amy?
That's right. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Kathy. I work in your husband's company, Anthony. I got your phone number from an acquaintance of yours in the company. I must tell you something about your husband and what he's been saying and doing.
What's going on?
Your husband asked me to sleep with him, and after I firmly disagreed, he fired me. 15 minutes later. Hey, Mrs. Amy, are you still there?
You silly Kathy. You've been blocked from texting my wife?
Are you kidding me? How could you do that? This is unfair to me and your wife.
You're lucky I'm not taking more action after you turned me down. You'd still have your job if you just agreed to date me.
I disgust you, Anthony. How can I date a pervert like you?
You're fired, and there's nothing you can do about it.
1 hour later. Jason! I can't believe Anthony fired me.
What? Why?
Remember when he stayed at our workplace longer than everyone else a couple of nights ago?
Yeah, what's wrong?
He tried to approach me and asked me to go to a hotel with him. But I said no immediately.
I get it now. That's why you were off for today and yesterday.
Yes, it is. I'll come by soon, though.
I don't think that's a good idea. You might be in more trouble, you know.
But I have no other choice, Jason. 2 hours later.
Kathy, what did you try to do?
I tried to show Anthony's wife the photos of him groping me. I had all these photos in my hand, but sadly, they all got wet.
I see. I know you attempted to approach the front door of our office with something in your hand, but things happened unexpectedly.
Yeah, I got wet because there was someone on the second floor pouring all the water on me. I'm sure that person works for Anthony and did it on purpose.
Why would you be so sure about that?
The timing was too perfect, and no one could pour the water from top to bottom without taking care of the surroundings. I believe he would. He knew I'd contacted her wife, Amy, so I think he followed my every move since then. He's a very scheming person.
It's just...
Because I refuse to sleep with him. He's trying to stop me from revealing the truth to everyone. If his grandfather knows this, he won't let Anthony inherit this company.
What? Isn't this company Anthony's?
You have been working just for a year, so you might not know this. Our company actually belongs to Anthony's grandfather.
Anthony is quite something, acting this way.
I agree.
Well, I'm sorry for what's happening.
No need to apologize. I haven't given up.
Great. I support you.
The next day.
Nice day, Kathy. How was the light shower yesterday?
I know you did it on purpose.
What are you talking about? Do you have any evidence?
I'm 25 years old, Anthony. Don't treat me like I'm a child. I don't want to involve in your stupid jokes anymore.
If I were you, I'd play along this game. I have some secret information and screenshots of you asking me to do something with you. Here, have a look.
They're obviously fake.
Who do you think people will trust more? A successful business owner or a former employee? I think you also have the answer.
Well, you're not the owner yet, are you?
Well, my grandfather said that I would be the heir to this company. His lawyer is completing the handover procedures.
I'm not interested either in you or what you have just said. I'll reveal your genuine person.
That's unfortunate. Good luck with that.
I worked for your grandfather for 3 years since I graduated from university. He taught me a lot and treated me like his granddaughter. But then you took over the business, and I got fired for such a silly reason. This is just childish.
No need to complain. This is what happens because of what you did. I might reconsider if you comply with my request. It's your choice.
I'm really disgusted. I will tell everyone about what you did when I get the chance. I can assure you that.
Is that a warning?
I just said it's a guarantee. 30 minutes later.
Kathy, Anthony is telling everything about you to all the office workers.
What's he saying?
He said you tried pleading for your job back after he fired you. He also said he had no choice but to fire you.
So now he is playing the victim.
Yeah, he's trying to make everyone believe he did the right thing. Anyway, most of us don't really like him. Oh no. He is displaying messages from your conversation with him. These messages show you asking to be with him, and he says he won't have to pay you anymore.
I knew he would do this. That man is not trustworthy.
There's also a photo under the messages. It's a woman's body with no clothes on.
What? A woman's body? And Anthony said it was me?
Right. Even though I couldn't see her face, I knew for sure that it wasn't you.
Send me that photo. I need to see it now.
Here.
That woman doesn't look anything like me. We might have a similar body size and skin color, but that's all. I have a rose tattoo on my chest and a scar on my neck. She doesn't have either of those. That man is lying to everyone.
Don't worry, Kathy. I believe you. It's unbelievable that he did all these disgusting things.
5 minutes later.
I see Jason is texting on his phone. I'm sure he's messaging you. If you don't stop texting him, I'll fire him next.
Don't force people to do anything you say, Anthony. You are abusing your power.
I'm just making the most of my position.
Okay, I'll do it.
You'll do what?
Sleep with you as you want. Don't drag Jason into this. This is a matter between the two of us.
That's the best decision. When do you want to meet?
Tonight.
Where?
You got it. 8 p.m. at Luma Hotel.
Okay, but I have one condition.
What's your condition?
When we meet at the hotel entrance, you need to hand over your phone.
Fine.
Great. I'm really looking forward to our date tonight.
Jason, I need you to do me a favor.
What's that, Kathy?
Can you snap a photo of me and Anthony as we enter the Luma Hotel? I need it as evidence. Come on, buddy. I'll buy you dinner, okay?
Deal. I'll help you as much as possible.
Thank you so much. We're going there tomorrow evening at 8.
For dinner.
No, I mean Anthony and me.
Got it? I'll come there at 7:45 p.m.
The next day.
Have you done yet, my sweetheart?
I'm ready now. I should arrive in about 10 minutes.
I'm looking forward to seeing you. What are you wearing?
Clothes, of course. You'll see my outfit when I get there.
Don't be too sexy. I won't be able to resist doing intimate things with you.
Yeah, I think I might get a cold, Jason.
Don't back out now. I'm already here.
No, Jason. I'll go and meet him. This is a good opportunity for me to get evidence about him.
Okay. Text me when you arrive.
I'm on the way. That night. Jason, hey, where are you? I'm on my way back home now. I went to the hotel, but just stood in front of the lobby. I left there immediately thinking you had already taken the photos. Send me the photos, please. I could never be with someone like him. He would really disgust me. Jason? Hello?
It's terrible that you left last night. I was looking forward to a romantic date, but you ruined it. By the way, if you try to text Jason, he won't reply.
What? Why?
Don't try any tricks on me.
I hate you.
I know. I know.
What happened to Jason? Jason, what did Anthony do to you? Jason, are you there?
Jason? No, it's Anthony.
You have Jason's phone, right? That's why he hasn't been answering. You probably forced him to hand over his phone.
And what's your point? Do you think you can talk to me like this? He should be grateful to me for not firing him. I just took his phone and cut his pay in half.
You're in trouble now, Anthony. I'd be cautious if I were you.
What can a jobless person like you do to me?
What a jobless hoe like me do? Let's see how this is going. The next day.
Kathy, what the hell are you doing? You told everything to my grandfather, didn't you? You also distributed screenshots of my personal messages and photos you took while we were at the hotel. How did you take photos when I had both your phone and Jason's?
Do you think I'm stupid, Anthony? I must have a backup plan, right? I had a Polaroid camera hidden in my coat.
You also entered my house and talked to my wife, didn't you? That's why she is insisting on a divorce.
That's right. I did all of those things. I called your grandfather last night before heading to the hotel and told him everything you've been doing. You might not know this, Anthony, but your grandfather saw me as a granddaughter ever since I began working for him. He taught me valuable lessons, not only about sales, but also about working attitude in the company. He was so disappointed about you, Anthony.
I will take you to court.
Are you sure you want to go through with this? Everyone in the company knows this, and all of us want a new director. Your grandfather will probably reconsider letting you run the company.
Damn you, Kathy. You're still an unemployed, repulsive person with nothing.
Is your ego that wounded? Remember, this is the same unemployed person you wanted to sleep with, right? Anyway, you can have your emotional breakdown on your own. Goodbye.
Thank you for revealing the truth about my ex-husband. I can't believe I stayed with him for so long.
Of course, ma'am. I'm so sorry you had to go through this. I wish we could have met under better circumstances.
I knew he was seeing other women, but I was afraid of what he might do or say, so I ignored it. So truly thank you.
No need to mention it, Miss Amy.
If you need any assistance, please contact me. Let's see me as your friend.
Thank you, Amy.
Hey, Kathy, I have my phone back.
That's great news.
As soon as Anthony came into the office today, he was really angry. He threw my phone at me. And then he took all his stuff out of the office.
He's so childish. Anthony's grandfather will be managing the company again before finding a new director. Fortunately, I have my job back, at least for now.
Wow, congratulations. Should we go out to dinner to celebrate this special occasion?
Of course. Dinner at 8?
Chinese restaurant next to our office?
You know it.
It's a bet. See you then.
See ya. Anthony's grandfather is now managing the company again, and Kathy is now working hard to gain experience. Anthony is embroiled in a difficult divorce battle with Amy. His attempt to sue her for defamation of character is not going well, and he's facing a strong legal challenge.
Bae,
Hi, honey.
have you seen my watch? The Patek one. You know that it is my favorite watch in important events.
Oh, are you going to somewhere?
Yeah, I am gonna meet my company's client to sign a contract. To be honest, company's financial situation depends much on this contract. But whatever, I can't seem to find my watch.
Your watch. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it recently. Sorry, John, I really don't know where it is.
Are you sure? You seem a little suspicious. Don't tell me that something happened to it.
No, of course not. I just don't know where it is. That's all. Why do you think I'm being suspicious?
I don't know, maybe it's just my imagination. I'll keep looking for it. Maybe it's just misplaced.
That's okay. I'll help you look for it and we'll find it soon. Don't worry too much, okay?
I really hope so. It's my favorite watch and I don't want to lose it.
I know how much it means to you. We'll find it, John.
I'll check the dresser and the nightstand again. Perhaps I missed it.
Sure, I'll check the living room and the kitchen. It could be hiding in plain sight.
Have you seen my Rolex, Maeve? I can't find it anywhere.
No, is it missing?
I think my hublet is missing, too. Both of them are gone, and that's strange.
Have you checked the safe?
Yes, I checked the safe, but they're not there.
Maybe you just misplaced them. Have you looked anywhere else?
I looked everywhere. I know I didn't misplace them. Someone must have taken them.
Why would you think that? Do you think I took them?
I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out what happened to them.
John, I didn't take them. I don't even wear watches.
I know, but I can't think of anyone else who would have taken them. They were both locked in the safe.
It could be that one of our friends borrowed them and forgot to return.
I highly doubt it. Both watches were expensive and valuable. I can't see any of our friends just taking them without asking. Something's not right. I think someone may have broken into our house.
What makes you say that?
But where did my watches go? They didn't just walk out of here.
Are you sure you didn't just misplace them?
I know exactly where I put them. They're definitely gone.
Well, maybe it's just a coincidence.
I don't think so. We need to call the police to investigate this case.
No, I really don't think we need to go that far.
Why not? This is a serious matter. Someone has broken into our home and taken our things. The price is up to 50 grand, you know that?
I know, but I don't want the police involved. They'll just make a big fuss and it will be a hassle.
I understand your concerns, but we have to report this. It's the right thing to do.
Fine, but can we at least wait a little while before contacting them? Potentially, the missing watches will turn up after a little attempt to search for them.
I don't think that's a good idea. We should contact the police as soon as possible. The longer we wait, the harder it will be for them to catch the culprit.
I understand that, but please just give me some time to think about it.
I'll give you some time, but we need to contact the police soon. It's important that we report this as fast as we can.
Right, I'll think about it.
Well, my items are missing so often lately. I believe that we need to install some security cameras around our home.
You mean CCTV? But what for?
Yeah, I want to make sure our home is protected from any potential break.
I know, but do you really think that's necessary? We live in a safe neighborhood. The security in this area is very good.
It's better to be safe than sorry, Maeve. We have a lot of valuable things in our home and I want to make sure they're protected.
I understand that, but I don't want our friends to think we're being paranoid. They will think we don't trust them or our neighbors.
I understand your concerns, but this isn't about trust. It's about protecting our home and our possessions.
I know, but I don't want to come across as one of those people who are overly obsessed with security. Besides, it will cost a lot of money to install cameras all around the house.
It's worth it in the long run. It's an investment in the security and safety of our home and family. As for the cost, we can start with just a few cameras and see how it goes.
Can we at least think about it for a little while before making a decision?
Surely, we can take our time, but I do think it's important that we consider this option.
Yeah, in the meantime, can we try to come up with some other security measures? We can start by simply making sure all the doors and windows are locked.
We can also install a security system and get a guard dog.
Those are good ideas. I'll look into getting a security system installed. However, I don't think I'm ready for a guard dog.
That's fine, we can start with the security system and see how it goes. I do want to remind you that security cameras would be an added layer of protection.
I know, and like I said, I'll think about it. I just can't imagine what everyone would think. No one else has security cameras. Our safety and the safety of our possession should be top priority.
I assure you that our friends will understand it's a common thing nowadays.
Yeah. And I want to remind you that security cameras will be a big change. It will affect the way we live. You know, it's about our privacy. I don't feel like every my move being watched and recorded. So it's worth taking the time to consider all the pros and cons before making a decision.
I promise we'll take our time and make the best decision for our family. Maeve, how was your weekend with my parents?
It was good. Lisa had a great time playing with your sister's kids.
That's great to hear. Did anything else happen while you were there?
Not really, just the usual family stuff. Why do you ask?
Well, I just got a call from my mom. She said an expensive ring of hers is missing and she can't find it anywhere.
Did she check everywhere? Oh, that's really unfortunate.
She said she looked all over the house and could find it. She's really upset about it.
I'm sure it will turn up eventually.
Yeah, I hope so, but my mom is convinced someone took it. She said she had it on when you were all there on Saturday.
Really? I don't remember seeing it. I didn't pay much attention to jewelry.
I know, it's just that the timing is suspicious. It's the only thing missing and it happened while you were all there.
What? Are you saying you think I took it?
No, of course not. I'm just saying the timing is suspicious. So, my mom is really upset about it.
But you can't possibly think I had anything to do with it. I would never steal from your family.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
I understand, however, you can't make such false accusation. I didn't see the ring and I have no idea what happened to it. Have you talked to anyone else who was there that weekend?
Not yet, I just found out about it. But I will talk to everyone and see if anyone knows anything. I think we need to talk, Maeve. A lot of expensive things have gone missing recently. From my watches to my mom's ring. And it seems like every time something goes missing when you're around.
What? What are you talking about? You think I'm stealing from you?
I don't know what to think, maybe it's just a coincidence. All these things have gone missing and you're always around.
I can't believe you would think that of me. I would never steal from you or anyone else.
I know, but it's hard to ignore the facts, and you're always so secretive about your finances and where you've been. It makes me wonder.
I'm not secretive, I just value my privacy. And as for my finances, I've always been responsible with money. I can't believe you're accusing me of stealing.
I'm not accusing you. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. So can you explain the coincidence?
I can't explain it, I don't know what's going on. But I can assure you that I'm not stealing from you. You are my husband and I would never do anything to hurt you.
I want to believe you, but it's just, like I don't know.
I understand that you're upset, but please try to understand where I'm coming from. I've never given you any reason to doubt my integrity. I'm hurt that you would suspect me of stealing.
I didn't mean to hurt you. I just want to get the bottom of this and figure out what's going on.
I understand that, but accusing me of stealing is not the way to do it. Have you talked to anyone else or looked into any other possibilities? Maybe someone else has been in the house.
I haven't, but I just wanted to talk to you first.
I appreciate that, but please, John, don't jump to conclusions. I would never steal from you or anyone else. I hope you can trust me and believe me.
Maeve, I do trust you and I'm sorry if I made you feel that. Alright, I'll look into other possibilities and we'll figure this out together.
Yeah, let's work together to find out what's going on and clear up any confusion.
Well, I just want to make sure we have all the facts. I'm home early today. Where are you, Maeve?
I'm just stopping by the grocery store to grab something. How was your day?
It's generally fine, but is Lisa home alone?
Is she at home? I thought she is playing at summer camp.
No, I just called the agents at the camp and they said they hadn't seen Lisa in weeks. Where were you really?
I told you, I'm just running errands. Why are you getting so suspicious?
I don't know, maybe it's because you're acting so strange. And where's the teddy bear that I got Lisa for her birthday? It's missing.
I haven't seen that teddy bear for a while. I think she might have taken it to her room.
I checked her room and it's not there. Are you sure you haven't moved it somewhere else?
No. I haven't moved it. I swear it. Maybe she took it to school or to a friend's house.
I called her school and her friends and no one has seen it.
What? You called everyone about a teddy bear? Everyone is going to think you're crazy. Don't you ever think about that?
Lisa loves that teddy bear so much, she can't sleep well if it is not around. It's almost like you're hiding something.
No, I'm not hiding anything.
Then why are you acting so strange?
I'm not hiding anything.
Maeve, I want to know the truth.
What? I'm telling the truth. I'm not lying, please believe me, John.
I already know what's going on. I can't believe you've been stealing from me and selling my things for money.
What?
Are you out of your mind, Maeve?
Hold on. What are you talking about?
You know what? I found my watch at a pawn shop. And I asked the shop owner for the security footage. I was surprised that I saw you. It was 2 days before I found out my watches were lost.
I'm sorry, John.
Tell me.
We're struggling financially.
That's no excuse. You should have come to me, we could have worked something out together. But instead you chose to steal from me and lie to my face?
I know, I'm sorry. I was just trying to help.
Help? You've been stealing from me for months. You even stole from my mother too. You've been lying to me and betraying my trust. I can't even look at you right now.
I understand how you feel, I'm sorry.
This marriage is over. I want a divorce.
Please don't do this. I'll do anything to make it right.
It's too late for that. You had your chance and you blew it. I can't stay married to someone I can't trust.
I understand that you're hurt and angry, but please, don't throw away our marriage just because of one small mistake.
This isn't just one mistake. Maeve, this is a pattern of behavior. In fact, you've been stealing from me for months and lying to my face.
Please, John, we can get counseling and work on rebuilding trust.
I can't just forgive and forget, Maeve.
But I loved you.
Well, love isn't enough to deal with this. I'm calling my lawyer for filing for divorce. Wow, you are really a talent. A cheating talent? I'm kind of shocked now.
Oh, you're there, John. I have been trying to contact you for days, but you didn't pick up my calls. What? What do you mean by cheating?
You are not just throwing me the stealing and lying. It's the fact that you've been unfaithful to me. I know you brought another man into our home while I was away on business. How could you do this to me?
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb, Maeve. I have evidence and I know the truth.
That's not true. I don't know where you're getting your information from, but you're mistaken.
I'm not mistaken. I know what I saw. I know you cheated on me.
I swear to you I haven't cheated on you.
So listen up, Maeve. Lisa already told me that you always brought a friend over home when I was away. You even locked her in the room. How could you do that to her? Are you human?
What? Just because of a naive thing said by a child doesn't mean you can accuse me of cheating.
If you want more proof, that's okay. Right after Lisa had told me, I hired a detective to testify. And the result never fails me. I got a lot of pictures that you entered the hotel with your man. That's so ridiculous. That man seems younger than you. Look like a college guy. So now, do you want to say anything else?
I was feeling lonely and neglected. You were always busy with work and never had time for me. I made a mistake, but it doesn't mean I don't love you.
What? Are you insane? Don't you know what you are talking? You cheated on me and now you say you still love me? So tell me. Tell me the real reason you stole and sell my watch.
I gave him money.
What? You brought my money to your lover?
Well, he is just studying and his budget is not too much.
You really get me shocked. Don't you see that your love is dumb as heck?
I'm sorry, John. Just because I'm so lonely.
Don't tell me this ridiculous reason. I don't have anything else to talk with you.
Wait, John. Let me explain.
What for? I already know everything. I'll call your parents and let them know everything.
What? You can't do that to me.
Bye. After that, Maeve's parents came and picked her up and took her back to their house. Her parents paid me back for everything she had stolen from me. I heard that my father-in-law forced her to break up with her secret lover. It's so ridiculous that she thought she could steal my money and give it to her young boy. The divorce is final and now I'm free of her, and of course, I got the custody of Lisa. I overheard that an enigmatic old witch had managed to infiltrate the wedding. I presume that person was referring to you. Quickly concoct an excuse and leave this place, as your presence will only bring embarrassment upon your helpless sister.
Oh! Hello, Harry! As charming as ever! However, I must admit that I don't quite understand your point. Are you implying that my presence here will only lead to Julie's embarrassment?
That's right! You being significantly older than Julie may create issues. And I won't allow any trouble at our wedding, as we are committed to spending our lives together. Not even her friends or family.
I understand now. You are correct about one aspect. Julie is truly a remarkable and exquisite young woman. I can comprehend why you would feel the need to be fiercely protective of her.
Julie's sister turned out to be an unexpectedly wrinkled grandmother. A stark contrast to Julie's beauty that cannot be overlooked. The contrast only amplifies the discomfort of seeing you. So, for Julie's sake, please leave the wedding. And don't you go upsetting her by telling her I said anything either.
Excuse me? Are you saying what I think you're saying? You haven't even talked any of this over with Julie?
Of course. I haven't said a single word about it to her. What did I just tell you? That's why you need to come up with something. Just say you have a cold or something like that.
Are you being serious with me right now? Have you even been paying attention to how excited both Julie and I have been for her special day? I practically raised Julie. I'm like a parental figure to her at this point. It would just break her heart if I wasn't there with her to celebrate.
Are you listening to me? That's why I'm saying you need to come up with an excuse, so she doesn't get sad about it. I guess a dropout like you might need things explained in simpler terms.
What did you just say?
You didn't think that I knew about how you dropped out of high school. Both Julie and I graduated from one of the best schools in the country. So when I first met you, I thought you must have had a similar path as us and had gone to a nice school. And then I hear you're just a wrinkly high school dropout. To be honest, I couldn't hold back my laughter.
Well, I hope you took our situation into account and understand that I did what I needed to do to take care of her. I had to make some big life changes in order to make sure that Julie was taken care of and raised properly. And because of my lack of a diploma, the only work I could get at first was as a maid. But those decisions weren't easy ones for me, you know?
Wait! Hold on! I understand that maybe all you could do at the time was be a maid. But how many years has it been now? How many chances have you had to better yourself? You're telling me you couldn't find any other job in all these years? All you can do is clean up after people. No, come on. Be serious with yourself at least. You're just old, dumb, and lazy.
What do you mean? Do you think I never found another job?
I think I don't really care about your sob story, okay, Grandma? The only thing I have to say to you is that you need to get out of here. All you're doing is bringing the mood down. I know how I want my wedding to go, and it won't be the amazing party I want it to be if you're here.
I completely understand how you feel about wanting an amazing wedding day. But do you really think that my looks are affecting the mood? I'll be honest, it really hurts my feelings to hear you say something like that.
You really need to wake up and face the real world, okay? You are just an old lady now. Just look at all the other girls who are here. There are so many babes it almost makes me wish I wasn't getting married. And look at the guys too. I think we've assembled quite the array of hunks too.
Is that what you'd call them? Anyway, doesn't matter. This is your wedding, right? So you must have some kind of friendship or relationship to the people you've invited, no? Or did you really just pick your friends based on how good you thought they looked?
Oh, shut up! Don't pretend like you know me. Anyways, you're not a friend or family as far as I'm concerned. And just one glance around at the other guests should show you that you don't belong. Do me a favor and try not to talk to anyone on your way out. I don't need you bothering my friends.
I really don't think I need to talk to any of them anyways.
Everyone here, guys and girls, are way above you. They would never in a million years want to have anything to do with some old hag like you.
I do have to agree with you on one thing. There are certainly a lot of fabulous-looking people at this wedding. And Harry, aren't you set to take over your family company soon? I guess most of these guests must be high-ranking company officials or board members.
Yes. I only surround myself with amazing people. Thank you for noticing. And don't go getting any bright ideas. They are wealthy and important men, and none of them are going to be interested in taking an old bag like you home. Now listen to what I'm telling you. Only the most beautiful young women are allowed. It's going to be the best wedding ever. So you need to listen to what I'm saying and go home right now.
Very well. I understand.
Excuse me, I can't seem to find you anywhere. Are you still here? I was hoping to be able to finally meet you. Have you not arrived yet?
Ah, Tom. I'm very sorry to say this, but I am actually on my way home.
I beg your pardon. Did something happen? Did you leave something important at home? Or are you not feeling well? Did you catch something?
No, it's nothing like that. The groom asked me not to attend the wedding and I don't want to spoil his special day.
He did what? What could he possibly have meant by telling you that?
Well, he said it was because there was an old high school dropout who was too wrinkly to be at the wedding rubbing shoulders with beautiful people. Or something along those lines. He also said that if I attended the wedding it would only embarrass Julie.
He said all that? You're telling me that my employee really said all those things?
Yes. I am embarrassed to even mention it, but it's true. I've heard of Bridezilla, but I don't know what you call this. Grimora?
That little plunk! Does he even realize what he's doing?
He might not be completely off base. Just the thought of embarrassing my sweet little sister on her big day. Well, I just couldn't stand the thought and decided it would be best if I just went home. I told Julie that I wasn't feeling well and that I couldn't stay any longer.
Wait just a moment, please. Is everything you're telling me right now true?
I know it sounds like a lot, but I'm really not the type to embellish.
I am sorry, terribly sorry for the awful things he said to you, ma'am. I would have never expected him to be capable of something like that. He's usually so respectful. Although, if I'm being honest, I guess I have noticed that he has a tendency to get quite full of himself at times. But to think he would take things so far! I can't tell but feel responsible for letting it get this bad.
No, please don't worry yourself. It's possible he was just telling me what Julie was too afraid to say.
Nancy, you gave up everything you had and dedicated your life to raising Julie. To think that spoiled brat who has handed everything on a silver platter would try and rob you of the chance to be at your sister's wedding. It makes my blood boil.
I will admit that at first I was quite hurt by the things he said. And I think I may have panicked a bit because it all came so suddenly.
Of course, your feelings are completely justified.
But it's Julie's wedding. I've been looking out for her this long. I can manage this as well if it will make today better for her.
I very highly doubt that's true. Does Harry know all about the circumstances? As in he knows all that you gave to give Julie a happy life?
Yes. I tried to explain to him as best I could. But he seemed to be unable to grasp anything past the fact that I was a high school dropout who became a maid.
I see. I think I'm going to have a little talk with him real quick then.
Oh no, please don't bother yourself by doing that. As long as Julie is happy, that's really all I care about.
Are you absolutely sure about this? You know that you mean the world to her. I just can't see how suddenly leaving the wedding will bring Julie the happiness that I know you want for her.
Do you really think that?
Don't worry. I'll make sure Harry gets a strict talking to. So please, turn around and come back to be by your sister's side for this moment.
Why was my boss just yelling at me earlier? Did you go and tell him something you shouldn't have? And why was he even talking to you in the first place? Don't tell me you were trying to hit on him because you think he's handsome or something. I'm pretty sure I warned you about that.
That would be incorrect. Actually, the thing is, our companies have been planning to work together for some time now, so we arranged to have some meetings in the future.
What? What are you talking about? Did our company start a new contract with your cleaning service?
I don't work for a cleaning service anymore. Actually, I run a cosmetics company.
You mean like you're a store manager? Or you clean the store after everyone goes home?
I mean like I own the company.
What? You have your own company? But I thought you were just a high school dropout.
I am just a high school dropout. One who worked hard and eventually started her own company. And that's how I met Tom, your boss. And he wanted to formally introduce himself today, but you drove me away from the venue. So that's what I told him when he asked where I was.
Are you being serious right now? Why didn't you tell me all of this sooner?
Well, I don't like to mix my work life on my private life. And you don't really have anything to do with my work, so I didn't really think I needed to tell you anything. But because of that, you decided it was okay to bully me the way you did earlier.
Wow! So then, if Julie and I get married then, that would mean some big things for both of our companies, wouldn't it? All this could even end up in a merger between our two companies.
I told you that I don't like to mix my private and work life. Even though I explained it to you, you just won't listen. I think that bad habit of not listening will get you into trouble one day. Well, even more trouble.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What kind of trouble do you mean?
I'm just saying that. You might have a pay cut in your future. Your boss seemed really mortified when he heard about what you did. I'm worried he might think I'm going to reconsider the deal I was making with him.
What? No! That was never my intention.
Well, you can explain that to him. I've already talked to him about this little incident, so it's quite out of my hands now. I should tell you that he spoke to your father, though.
He what? Why would he do that?
Well, your father owns your company, doesn't he? I'm sure Tom just wanted him to know about how you've been treating your future sister-in-law and future potential business partner.
Oh my God! I have to stop him.
It's too late. I've already spoken to your father. He came to apologize to me.
Wait, really? He apologized? Did he really do something like that?
Oh, yes. He did. He came to me begging for forgiveness. He said that he never thought his own son could be such a stupid, inconsiderate jerk.
Hold on a second. I don't think that was really called for.
Don't shoot the messenger. Well, in any case, it seems that most of your wedding guests are in agreement with that sentiment.
Now what is that supposed to mean? I'm sick of the way you've been talking to me. Stop all these dumb games and just tell me what you want to say.
I'm saying that all the pretty young women you were so happy to have at your wedding are packing up and going home.
Are you serious? Why are they doing that? They were supposed to make this day that much more beautiful. What did you tell them?
Yes, I'm sure that was the thing you were most looking forward to today. And just why are there so many beautiful women coming to your wedding anyways? Is it true that you even asked one of them out on a date?
Why are they doing that? I would never do that, and I won't tolerate any lies like that. And besides, I thought I told you not to talk to anyone at the wedding. Why did you open your big mouth?
I'm afraid that the whole thing was leaked out to the guests. Everyone heard about how the terrible groom went behind the poor bride's back and hit on one of the guests.
What the hell are you talking about? You better stop this. You don't even have any proof of the things you're accusing me of.
Well, I heard it straight from the poor girl's mouth. She seemed very upset.
I don't understand. And just why were any of the gorgeous girls talking to an old hag like you?
Yes, they are all young, beautiful, intelligent, and overall lovely young women. But they actually all have something else in common as well. They all work for me.
What are you talking about now?
Come on, Harry. This is so simple even a high school dropout can understand. All those lovely young women work at my company. They all came to celebrate Julie's special day. But once they heard that I had gone home, they all started to do the same, apparently.
Are you serious? So they were all just your employees?
Yes, weren't you listening? I'm the president of a cosmetics company. There are lots of pretty girls interested in entering the beauty industry, it seems. Of course, I'm not just hiring them because of their looks. But it has to be said that there are many gorgeous girls working under me.
I can't believe it. So they all work for your cosmetics company. Which means that's why. That girl really went and told you about what I said to her?
Yes, she told everyone. And while I was shocked, what was more shocking was the number of people who weren't shocked. It seems you've been pretty busy, haven't you? So many girls came forward after that with the same story. You really are just a horrible person down to your core, aren't you? I heard the same story so many times I felt sick.
No, you've got it all wrong. I was just inviting them out to eat, nothing else.
Why were you inviting girls out to eat at your own wedding? Were you really trying to use your wedding just to meet girls?
No. That's not it at all. I just thought it would be good to be able to reach them. For emergencies.
Well, you do know that all the girls came because they wanted to help Julie celebrate her wedding. All of them are her friends, and you tried to get in between those friendships.
No. You've got me all wrong. That's not what I was doing. I was just trying to make friends with Julie's friends. I thought the wedding would be a good way to get to know her friends better, that's all.
Well, anyways, the girls you were harassing the most all have boyfriends already. They explained everything to Julie not long after you talked to them.
They went to Julie and told her everything.
Everything. Including about how you looked down on me and called me an old woman. And then how you told me to come up with an excuse and leave the wedding.
Wait, just let me explain. Are you really trying to blow up my wedding right now? Do you think that doing this is going to make your little sister happy?
It's exactly because I want the best for my little sister that I told her the truth about everything. And even though it looks like the results might be the sweat and getting called off, I think that might just be for the best. It's much better than her being legally tied down to a scumbag like you.
Please. Just hold on a minute, you have to understand. If I get left at the altar like this, everyone will think I'm a horrible person.
Well, that sounds very fitting to me. I'm so glad you were kind enough to show me your true colors before the ceremony. I couldn't have rescued Julie from your evil clutches without all of your assistance today. And now that everyone has seen just what a horrible person you are, I hope your suffering is only beginning.
Subsequently, Julie, in tears, unleashed a forceful slap across Harry's face, right before the eyes of their wedding attendees. Following that, an official announcement was made declaring the cancellation of the wedding. Harry's father's wrath was unleashed, dashing all of Harry's aspirations of inheriting the company presidency or making quick progress within the organization. He was left abandoned and ostracized by both his colleagues and companions. No one desired any further association with such a despicable individual.